this morning, sun's a bit hazy, checking the forecast, things looking crazy. A storm on the horizon, the pressure is low, gotta get moving, put on a show. The news is all buzzing, state of alert, but we've got a plan, we're ready to work. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. See a little fire or a rising flood, we're a well-oiled machine, we're running in the mud. From the city hall meetings to the rescue teams, turning worst case scenarios into hopeful dreams. We're training the people, stocking the gear, we're the team you can count on when trouble is near. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. It's more than a job, it's a calling, you see. Prepared for the present and what's yet to be. Every second counts, we're ready to react for our communities. We're making an impact. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. Yeah, we're picking you up, we're ready to go. EMA, let's get this show on the road.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. My name is Ron Tyler. Welcome to our program today. We're on the air for you 24/7 if need be, and we're on the air right now for you. Okay? We come on the air every day, Monday through Friday, from between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Right now at 6:25 p.m. Eastern Time. We're sorry we're a little bit late. I was talking with my Medicare people, trying to get my Medicare up higher because we frankly didn't have enough money to even make bills next month. I did get my Medicare put up and it was straightened up. I want to thank the people at Chapter. Chapter, guys, if you have problems with your Medicare, problems with your health insurance, once you reach Medicare age, go to Chapter, guys. Chapter will help you. I guarantee they'll help you. Okay? They'll help you put your Medicare insurance together. They don't get paid a commission, guys. Chapter is the way to go. Chapter is definitely the way to go. Okay? If you want any good information about Chapter, go to chapter.com and they'll give you the answers that you need. Okay? Chapter. Medicare. Okay? They're the pros. They don't get paid a commission. They're on a salary. They'll go through all your healthcare options and give you the information you need to know so you can make wise decisions on your healthcare going forward. Okay? I'm telling you guys, this is actually the way to go. actually the way to go, guys. No joke. No joke at all. Okay? Now, guys, I want to talk about earthquakes tonight. Before I get started on that, however, I want to talk specifically about what you all need to do. Okay, we need your help here on Emergency Management Associates. Please, if you're new to this program, go over to our YouTube channel and click on the join button, or just click on the subscribe button. First, subscribe to our channel. When you get to the subscription button, subscribe to our channel. And after you're subscribed, please, there's a little bell icon. Click on the little bell icon. When that little bell icon comes up, you'll have a drop-down menu. Click on the word ALL. That should get you notified when we come on the air. Okay, YouTube doesn't always notify anybody. Okay, they usually don't. But be advised, we come on there usually between 4 and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Lately, it's been a bit late because I've had some issues, but we're going to be coming on the air between 4 and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. If we come on the air during weekends, it's because something big happened. Something major happened, we need to tell you about it. If anything ever happens at night or early in the morning, we'll be coming on the air about it as soon as the information becomes available. Okay, we always do that. It could be an explosion at a gas oil refinery, which has happened. It can be a train derailment resulting in an explosion, which has happened in Ohio. It can be almost anything, even a major shooting going on, a mass shooting, okay, school shooting, whatever it is, we cover it. We want people to be aware of it because we're trying to save lives here, trying to save lives, okay? Now, we talked about a huge earthquake on Friday, this past Friday. A major earthquake hit Indonesia last Friday. We were on the air. It was 7.7 earthquake. Major 7.7 earthquake, guys. This is it right here. Okay? Major 7.7 earthquake hit. Okay? Look at all the other large earthquakes here. Those dots that are in the color violet, those are large earthquakes, up into including a 6.5 earthquake that hit. A 6.5 earthquake that hit, guys. That's an aftershock. The 7.7 earthquake was the initial shock wave. After that, we had 6.5s, 5.0s, 5.7s, 5.8s, 5.9s, 5.1s. They run the gamut. We also had some 2.5s, 3.0 to 3.9, and even 4.0, 4.9 earthquakes. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you this. We've had more earthquakes than that. Even now, even today. Look at the aftershocks from this earthquake today. Actually, this was Saturday. This was Saturday. Okay? Close to 400 earthquakes today. Closer to 400 earthquakes today. That's incredible. We have more and more aftershocks. That means energy is building in this area, not going away. Okay? When we have aftershocks, usually that means that the ground is trying to get back to where it came from, where it came from before the major earthquake hit. Now we are having a huge, huge onslaught of earthquakes, up and including a 7.0 earthquake last night. Okay? That's big time. That's big time. Hurricane Heather says she can't see well. Heather, take it easy. You're okay. We'll get by. You can stay here and listen and everything else. We appreciate you being here. Heather has some health issues with her eyes. We talked about that on Friday. God bless you, Heather. We love you. We pray to God that you will be blessed and you'll only have to go through it a very short time period. Guys, while we're talking about that, let's take a break for just a minute from this earthquake sequence here. Okay? I want all of us to pray. Okay? Pray for those of our EMA family that are afflicted. Sleeping Volcano has her health issues as well. She's also one of our moderators, as is Heather. Okay? Don Patoka. I've been calling Don Patoka for the past 2 weeks. Still have not been able to get hold of him as of this morning. Pray for him, guys. He has cancer really bad. Okay? Pray for him. Pray for all of our moderators, including Renee Steffi, who has some health issues as well. Pray for everybody, guys, not just our moderators, but for everybody. Okay, pray for everybody. They'd appreciate it. Even Rich Quake here, he'd appreciate your prayers as well. Okay? We appreciate all of you here who are here watching this program tonight. We have 21 people allegedly watching tonight. We probably have even more than that because YouTube is screwing up, not telling everybody about our program. They're not showing the exact numbers. Guys, Friday's program. Friday's program, we had over 600 people watching the program. Yet, YouTube's only saying that only 9 minutes of actual watch program. 9 minutes of actual watch program. After over 600 people watch the program, and YouTube's saying only 9 minutes of watch program. Guys, please, please stay here for at least 20, 30, 40 minutes. You'll get the most of what we have to say here in that time. Okay? Watch for a long period of time, if not the entire time. In fact, guys, I'm going to ask you this. For those people who watch the whole program, please let me know in the comments that you watch the entire program. That way, I'm going to go back to YouTube and say, get your acts together, YouTube. Okay? I'm about to confront YouTube on a number of things. I'm going to come on there and tell you about that very shortly. YouTube is screwing up everything with everybody. Glenn Beck, the Next News Network, everything. Screwing everybody up. I've had it. The Next News Network and myself and other networks are going to probably go together and have a class action lawsuit against YouTube because they're screwing up. Totally screwing up. Laura Marie says she's been here watching our program, searching for the program. It was hidden from her until just now. That's typically what happens. That's very typically what happens. YouTube hides it from people, not allowing people to see it. Okay? But we appreciate everybody that's here. God bless you all. Getting back to these earthquake guys, seismic energy in Indonesia has increased, not decreased. After a short period of time after the main shock, usually the seismic energy decreases, not increases. Right after the earthquake it happens, it increases naturally. Aftershocks happen. Now we've been Saturday, Sunday, Monday here, 3 days after the earthquake. Still, we have an increase in earthquakes here. Nearly 400 earthquakes today, maybe even more than that. Maybe it's even more than that. Unreal, guys. Now, why am I talking about this? There's a good reason. There's a very good reason. What's going on? USGS is only showing us this many earthquakes. USGS is not even showing all the earthquakes at all. Look at that. Completely different story here. Completely just different story from what we need to tell people. They're not even showing half the earthquakes here. And this was as of today. All earthquakes over in Indonesia until today. What I'm showing you right now on the left slide here, these are earthquakes that happened within the last 24 hours. A huge increase in seismic energy in the last 24 hours. Not just over the last 3 days, but the last 24 hours. These are huge numbers. These are huge numbers, and there's a reason for it. Kenzel, thank you for being here, Guy. We appreciate you very much. God bless you all. Now, guys, these are large numbers. USGS, like YouTube, doesn't want to tell anybody anything. They want to put out false information. False information. I'm going to go a step further. Let's go to the back seismology study page. This is after the 7.7 hit. USGS was calling us 7.7, guys. I have no idea how strong it was, but it may have been as strong as an 8.4. I think it may have been as strong as an 8.4, but I have no information to back that up this time. Only this time. Now, why am I showing this slide here? I'm going to put this into motion here. This is what USGS said it was, a 7.7 earthquake. This is the back seismology study page. Let's scroll down here. Here there's still a kind of 7.7 earthquake showing 97 states are reporting. 97 seismographs reporting the information. Here they're showing no station details contributed, not letting us see exactly what happened. Not letting us see what happened. On this next one below that, they're showing this to be a 6.8 earthquake, which it wasn't. USGS was calling this 7.7, but they're not willing to show details of the 7.7 earthquake. Why? Because they're hiding it. They don't want anybody to see what actually happened. Let me show you what they're showing here. 6.66, 6.81, 6.62, 6.85, 6.87, 6.76, 7.02, 6.8, 6.18, 6.86, 6.45, 7.02, 6.3, 6.75, 6.77, 7.27, 6.34, 6.67, 6.59, 6.58, and 6.56. That all does not even add up to a 6.8 earthquake, nor does it even add up to a 7.7. Again, they're falsifying data. They are completely falsifying data, guys. The number here, where it says channel here, that is a seismograph location ID. IMABK31BHZ is a seismograph reporting the earthquake. They're not even showing all the earthquakes here. They're not showing the right numbers. They call it a 7.7 earthquake, but they're not showing the numbers to even establish that. That's what I'm talking about. False information, guys. YouTube is a false information network. Government networks lying to us. Government networks lying to us. Okay? Now, with that said, guys, please pay attention to this channel. This is what we're going to give you the truth about what's actually going on. Okay? YouTube is not going to tell you. USGS is not going to tell you. We are going to tell you what's happening. Period. Okay? Now, besides that, on Saturday, guys, what happened? We had a Category 1 hurricane hit Hawaii, hit the big island of Hawaii. A lot of things have happened. Tons of things have happened, guys. Let me show you this first video here. This is Governor Green talking about what happened in Hawaii as a result of the hurricane. As a result of the hurricane here. Let's listen to Governor Green and Hawaii Island News.
Recovery will be even longer for parts of Hawaii Island as raging floodwaters destroy bridges along Highway 11, cutting off the community of Pahala.
Horrific. This is catastrophic.
A family in Kalihi Valley is safe and trying to save what they can after Lala's strong winds ripped the roof off their home.
Memories are here. It's just gone now, you know.
The center of Lala may be to our west, but Lala is not done with us, not just yet.
From Hawaii News Now, this is breaking news.
And that breaking news comes as Governor Josh Green has announced statewide closures tomorrow in the wake of Tropical Cyclone Lala. All state and county offices, public schools, and courts will be closed, along with many state and county parks. Authorities are asking the public to stay home as crews clear roads and work to restore power. About 178,000 Hawaiian Electric customers are still without power. That includes 130,000 on Oahu, 50,000 on the island of Hawaii, and 16,000 around Maui County. On Kauai, about 870 KIUC customers are still without electricity. Again, all public and charter schools statewide will be closed on Monday as the state assesses all damages to school campuses and surrounding areas. Na'alehu Elementary will be closed all week. Hawaiian and Alaska Airlines are now restoring operations and plan to operate a normal schedule on Monday.
We've come through a lot this weekend. Hurricane Lala, which turned into Tropical Storm Lala, left over 28 inches of rain in parts of our state. It, of course, flooded many roads. Some of our bridges were affected. Schools have been impacted. And really, after listening to all of our leaders, I think we need a day to recover, maybe two.
Governor Green will survey Hawaii Island, checking out all the damage from the storm. The state plans to announce by 5 p.m. Monday whether the closures will be extended into Tuesday. Now for a look at aerial photos from Hawaii Island showing the destruction from what was Hurricane Lala around the Ka'u district. Hawaii County Mayor Kimo Alameda says at least 6 bridges were destroyed. You can see the extensive damage as state and county officials now look toward recovery from the storm. First, we're joined by Dan Cook with the First Alert Weather Team with the latest storm track. Dan?
Ben, thank you. The governor has closed the schools tomorrow, but we can go to school on Lala and learn some things from this storm, as we should every time we have a situation like this. Lala's rain footprint larger than its core, and that's what we should be focusing on, or should have been focusing on, was the larger footprint and the moisture patterns that were with that storm. Broad circulation. Today it's been interacting with the mountains, the steep terrain, and there's been some orographic enhancement of the showers. That's why we've continued to see some pretty heavy showers in many spots across the state. Lots of trailing moisture on the back right quadrant of this storm. It has totaled nearly 3 feet of accumulation for Hawaii Island, the southeast side, 2 inches to 18 inches across Maui County, and you can see Oahu and Kauai about 3 to 10 inches. I'll have specific numbers for you when we get a little later into this newscast. This is Lala at its last check, about couple hundred miles to the west-southwest of Kauai. We'll have that track for you here in a couple of seconds, but it's the following moisture, that trailing moisture that I wanted to focus on. So let's scoot in island by island. Niihau getting showers. They've been having bands of rainfall, heavy stuff most of the day. It's clearly getting a little easier here in the last few minutes. Kauai has some showers, but nothing too heavy, nothing showing up on radar. Hawaii's windward side, the north shore, very wet, and a lot of lightning offshore on the north side. If you saw a light show as the sun was going down, that's what that was all about. Over to the Big Island there, you can see, well, before we get to the Big Island, a close-up look at the windward side from Huimanu all the way out to Kahuku Point. Still coming down very hard. Maui County, Maui Island east side, and West Maui on the windward side, some showers still falling there. And now we'll go to the Big Island where you can see there was some lightning volcano area along the Hamakua coast as well at points during the day today. So we're not done just yet. We still have some moisture falling, the trailing moisture behind this storm as Lala moves off to the west. So be prepared for that additional rainfall. Here's the last check from the National Hurricane Center. 190 miles west-southwest of Lihue, Kauai, and I'll put it in motion here as we say 60-mile-per-hour wind sustained, but it's going to become a hurricane again. And this big right turn that it's taken, thank goodness it's taking it well to the west of us, and it didn't happen yesterday when the storm was down to our south. That's a quick look at the weather. We'll have some specifics on rainfall totals when we come back in a few minutes. Ben, back.
Okay, that's what happened, guys. This hurricane left Hawaii, went out into the western Pacific Ocean, and before it gets over to Japan, it's going to make a turn to the northeast. It's going to go up to the north and northeast. Okay? This could take it up into the Kamchatka Peninsula, up into the Aleutian Islands, and maybe even over into Alaska. This does not happen very often, but it could happen. We're going to keep an eye on this and see what happens now in the coming days. Okay? But the trailing moisture is what I'm worried about. What the people in Hawaii are also worried about. The trailing moisture after the hurricane. Okay? After the hurricane. Now, they told us just a minute ago what happened here on Hawaii. The southern part of the big island of Hawaii got hurt worse. The southern end of the big island got hurt worse. The outer edges of the hurricane reached over to the other Hawaiian islands. That's why they got hit with so much water, so much rainwater. Okay, now I want to do this. Let's go over here and look at the rainfall, specifically about power outages. Power outages here, guys. Look at this. This is going to go for about 2 minutes here.
And as of right now, there's no exact timeline on when everyone's power should be back on. But HECO is saying that the damage is widespread across Hawaii Island, Maui County, and here on Oahu. And crews are still assessing just how extensive it is. The utility says some of the hardest hit areas of Hawaii Island could face outages lasting weeks. So let's bring in our Kimber Collins live outside Hawaiian Electric in Honolulu with what crews are doing right now to get the lights back on. Kimber.
Hey, Lay, yeah, so the big message from Hawaiian Electric right now is that restoration is a step-by-step process. So crews first have to assess the damage and restore the major transmission lines, essentially the backbone of our power grid, before they can then work on individual neighborhoods. So HECO says more than 250,000 customers were without power as of noon today across multiple islands they serve. And while some power has already been restored, crews are still working to assess the widespread damage from Lala.
We're doing that damage assessment today as we speak. You know, a good part of it does involve, having to take to the air and do those inspections by helicopter or by using drones, especially when we're talking about some of these remote areas.
Using all the tools they have, right? HECO says Hawaii Island has taken some of the hardest hits, with much of the east side, along with Waimea, without power. And the utility says it cannot simply repair individual neighborhood lines first. The transmission system has to be restored before crews can bring power back to those smaller lines. But more than 500 HECO employees, contractors, and support workers are currently involved in this response, with another 100 utility workers expected from out of state later this week.
Some of these areas where the damage is really extensive, unfortunately, we will have to ask you to be patient with us. We really appreciate that. It may be an extended period of time.
And that is especially true in some of the more rural areas of Hawaii Island, where HECO says customers need to be prepared for the possibility of these outages lasting for weeks. Now, again, crews are working nonstop around the clock in some of these areas. But again, the debris, the down power lines, and some of these roadblocks you'll hear about later is making it difficult to get the equipment into some of those areas to get the job done. Reporting live here in Honolulu, Kimber Collins, Island News.
Okay, that's what is the power situation right now. Still probably close to 150,000 people without power on Hawaii. All the islands from Kauai, Honolulu or Oahu area, going over to Kauai, and also over into Maui area and over into the Big Island. Okay, all the islands have been affected by this storm. And they're still being affected at some point by the ongoing moisture following the hurricane. That's what's going on. Now, guys, I'm going to bring this full forward here. Okay? I'm going back to the USGS map here. I want to show you what is going on here. Okay? I'm going to leave. Excuse me. I'm going to leave Indonesia here, and I'm specifically going to zoom in on Hawaii. I want to show you what happened here. Okay, the hurricane came down the southeast side of the island. Let's zoom in here. Okay, there's a town called Pahala. There's a highway here that comes over here to Pahala. Pahala is a town of about 2,000 people. Major town down here, 2,000 people. Their power's been knocked out. Also, a great big huge highway here. This highway that services the entire island has been disabled here. It may take weeks and even months before this highway construction can be reaffirmed and be put back into service. They may have a long period of time before this highway can be restored to its full operational capabilities and serve even the southern part of the island down here. Now, this southern part of the island here got hit worse. The southern part of the island got hit worse. Okay? Got hit bad. Big time. Okay? A lot of things have been destroyed here. Okay? These other towns here also got hit very bad. Very, very bad here. Now, guys, we're going to see more and more indication of what happened as crews are going to be able to make their way south here. It shows the damage here on the southern part of the Big Island. This area got hit bad. This is where the winds of the hurricane got up to 80 miles an hour. This is where winds of Lala got up to 80 miles an hour. Okay? Lots of rain fell here. They're saying there was probably upwards of 48 inches of rain here. Upwards of 48 inches of rain. They said at least 34 inches of rain hit here on the southern tip of the island here, and upwards of 48. That's a lot of water. That's a ton of water. There's all kinds of destruction here, all kinds of flooding throughout the island here and the other islands as well. But that's what happened. Let's take a look at earthquakes here. Starting over here, okay? Guys, this is somewhere that they feared we'd have more earthquakes because of the hurricane. Yes, hurricanes can also prompt earthquakes to hit. The electrical forces from the hurricane can spark earthquakes. This is a 2.0 earthquake here in the volcano area south of Kilauea. South of Volcano Hawaii here. This is a 2.0 earthquake here as well. This is a 1.8 tremor here. This is a 1.7 here. This is a 2.0 earthquake here. Down here further to the south here, this also 2.0 earthquake. Okay? Except for a couple instances here. All of these earthquakes are 2.0 minor earthquakes. Think about that one for a while. Almost all these earthquakes right here are 2.0 minor earthquakes. Kilauea right here. This is an updated slide here, updated picture of Kilauea here. Halemaumau crater. Look at this, guys. You see the caldera here, the lava floor of the volcano here. Lava's been erupting here for the last 6 years. 6 years ago, what happened here? The lava here left Kilauea, and also the lava left Pu'uo'o volcano, which is further to the southeast here. Pu'uo'o volcano down here. When that happened, there was no lava left here. Yes, it had a caldera floor about 300 feet below the summit of the volcano. Now look at that caldera floor today. Okay? The lava left the entire volcano. The caldera floor fell into the abyss of the inside of the volcano. And since then, the lava came back and it has been filling Halemaumau crater since then. Now you see what is happening now. See the steam here on the southern side of the volcano? That is a present eruption here. There's also been an eruption going on the north side of the caldera there. The caldera floor here is gradually increasing in size. The caldera floor of Kilauea volcano is increasing in size, and it's rising. It's rising. The authorities at the Hawaii Volcano Observatory and the state authorities of Hawaii are worried about this volcano actually erupting and having lava flowing out of Kilauea volcano for the first time in probably 50, 100 years, 50 to 100 years. That's what's happening here. Okay? I've been privileged to show you pictures of Kilauea for years now, and now you can see the caldera floor has risen up within probably 50, 75 feet of the summit of the volcano. That's what's happening here. Let's back out here. Okay? Up here to the north. Okay? I had the privilege of speaking with a woman and her family live up here on the northwestern side of Hawaii, the Big Island. There happens to be a cowboy ranch here, a huge cowboy ranch. Okay? They had cowboys, they say, before even the states had cowboys. They raised cattle here on Hawaii before Hawaii even became a state. Okay? Here, they had massive amounts of wind. 50, 60, 65 miles an hour of winds here. When that woman was on the air talking about it, there was definitely a wind increase here at her home here on the western north side of the Big Island. Huge increase in time, within 45-minute time period, huge increase in wind here. Yet, the hurricane was well over here to the east. Well over here to the east here. Then the hurricane came down the east side of the Big Island, all the way down here. Out offshore of the Big Island here, we have an earthquake here. This earthquake here, I don't think has anything to do with the hurricane at all. This is magma here. Magma down beneath the seafloor. This is the 1.7 tremor here. Before the hurricane, before we had earthquakes in Indonesia here, last week I showed you earthquakes here off the eastern shore of the Big Island. Lots of earthquakes, about 8 earthquakes here. Now we have one here. Undersea volcano here. Undersea volcano. Now guys, let's back out here. Okay, let's completely back away from Hawaii here for just a minute. I'm going to come back to Hawaii just a second, but I want to show you what's happening here. Okay, way down here in the southern part of the South Pacific. Way down here in the southern part of the South Pacific, way down here. There is a magma plume here. A magma plume that reaches from the very depths of the earth into the mantle. A magma plume reaches down into the mantle of the earth. Magma from the mantle of the earth comes up here into the crust of the earth here, and from there the magma is distributed to all the volcanoes around the world. To all of the volcanoes around the world from this very magma plume. Okay. When the magma comes over here to Hawaii, comes over here to the Big Island here, right here, I show you the town of Pahala here. This area right here north of Pahala. Under the ground here, under the ground that we walk on here on the Big Island, there are magma channels. Lots of magma channels. This area of Pahala here, north of the town of Pahala, acts like a gas station for the magma. This area acts like a gas station for the magma. It distributes all the magma to all the volcanoes around the Big Island. This area here has magma channels that distribute the magma from that magma plume that runs over here to all the volcanoes around the island, including Kilauea here, including Kilauea up here. Right there, including Kilauea here. Okay? Now, notice this. This is Mauna Loa volcano. Just to the east side, southeast side of Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa is one of the highest volcanoes in the world. One of the highest altitude volcanoes in the world. This is the 1.8 tremor here on the southeast side, the southeast flank of Mauna Loa volcano. Further down here to the southeast here, also on the flank of the volcano here, this is a 2.3 minor earthquake here. This is a 1.9, 2.0 minor earthquake here, connected to Mauna Loa volcano. These other earthquakes are connected to Pahala, not Mauna Loa. Okay, now let's back out again. Okay, earlier today, okay, this is Mauna Kea volcano. Mauna Kea is probably one of the highest points in the world. One of the highest points in the world. Does everybody realize that Hawaii has 4 seasons? Forest seasons here, even though it's near the tropics, because of the elevations of the volcanoes here, Hawaii can see the 4 seasons: summer, fall, winter, and spring. Summer, fall, winter, and spring. Early this morning, we saw earthquakes here at Mauna Kea. Why? Because there are earthquakes here at Mauna Kea. Even more earthquakes than are at Mauna Loa. Again, USGS not showing all the earthquakes at all. They never do. They never ever show earthquakes here at Mauna Kea, ever. I've seen one earthquake, and that was today. One earthquake in the past 7 years, 7+ years I've been on the air. One earthquake here. It was a 2.9 earthquake here at Mauna Kea earlier today, and USGS has since taken it down. Mauna Kea is a volcano. Let me zoom in here. I want to show you something. See all these craters here? This is where lava came out of the volcano here, went all over the landscape. Went literally all over the landscape here. On the outer part of the volcano here, outer reaches of the volcano here, what do we see? What do we see, guys? What's here? What's right here? Mauna Kea has not erupted in a very long time. What is here on the outside of the summit of the volcano? What's here, guys? Can anybody tell me? NASA has sites here. They have telescopes and communications equipment for the International Space Station and also space flights that they have around the world and out into deep space as well. Okay, they have telescopes and radio equipment from around the world. Okay, they have radio telescopes. They have actual telescopes here with mirrors and lenses here. All kinds of equipment here at Mauna Kea. They can reach deep space from the big island of Hawaii from Mauna Kea volcano here. Here you see the crater of the volcano here. This equipment is on the rim of the volcano, just outside the rim of the volcano here. But here, outside here, you see craters and cones here. Craters and cones where this volcano has erupted and other places just outside the summit of the volcano. This is normal. Volcanoes can erupt from outside the volcano. We saw that over in the Canary Islands a couple years ago when we had an eruption there in the Canary Islands on Lopoma Island. Okay, that's what happens. Happens all the time here. Now, guys, I can pull up seismograms from Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. I can do that. I did not do this for I did not do that for this broadcast, but I want to tell you it happens. And as I said before, Mauna Kea actually has more earthquakes here than at Mauna Loa. Yet nobody hears about Mauna Loa hardly ever. Nobody ever hears about Mauna Loa erupting at all. It has erupted, but even then, USGS hardly said anything about it. If you go over here to the Big Island here, on the USGS sites here, you can pull up the seismograms here from the Big Island, Kilauea and other places. You can actually see the earthquakes that have happened here. Mauna Kea, Kilauea, Mauna Loa, and further out here to the northeast, Halemaumau, or not Halemaumau, what's it called? There's another volcano right here. Literally right here. Just north of Waikoloa Village. Doggone it, wish I'd never. Almost wish I had even brought it up because I can't remember the name of it. The volcano here doesn't hardly do anything. It's not quite ancient, but it hardly does anything but put up tremors. The volcano over here on the northeast side of the Big Island hardly does anything but put up tremors. Minor tremors, 1.0, 1.2, 1.5, 1.9 tremors. Okay? Now, out here to the east side or the west side of the island here, right here. Okay? This is a 4.1 earthquake here. This is a 4.1 earthquake here on the southwest side of the Big Island here. This is Hananauno, Napupu, Hawaii. Hananauno, Napupu, Hawaii. 4.1 moderate earthquake here. Just northwest of there, this is a 2.1 minor earthquake here. Okay? Notice where these earthquakes are. On the southwest side of Mauna Loa. The southwest side of Mauna Loa. These earthquakes may be connected to Mauna Loa. These earthquakes here may be magma out here on the southwest side of Mauna Loa. Yes, we could see an eruption from Mauna Loa down here. It's very possible to have another volcano around the world. It could happen here as well. Now, guys, I have not seen ever a crater or a cone down here on the southern side of Mauna Loa yet. I haven't done a lot of searching, but I haven't seen one yet. Okay? I've shown you where everything is here. I've shown you the earthquakes here. These earthquakes south of Pahal are common. They're very common. Again, I believe they're connected to the magma channels that feed into the volcanoes. The magma channels are coming off the ocean, coming in here to the Big Island that feed the volcanoes. This one's south of Pahala here. This is a 1.6 tremor here. Actually, this is north of the city of Pahala here. Down south here, southwest of there, this is a 1.7 tremor. Southeast here is a 2.3 minor earthquake. 2.3 minor earthquake. Okay? Right there. Now again, Laura has her family down here in Pahal, Hawaii. She's not heard from them since the hurricane hit. Again, all power is out here in Pahala and many other areas of the Big Island and the other islands as well. I showed you that video for a reason. Okay? I hope and I'm praying for Laura and his family as well. Now, the good thing Laura said to me earlier today is that her son and his family, his wife and children, are very well prepared. They're very well prepared. Laura is also pretty prepared. She's instilled in her children a mindset of being prepared. Laura has instilled in her children's mind a mindset to be prepared. And yes, her children and his wife are prepared. Okay? They probably did very well from after being prepared, and they're probably just fine. We're praying for that outcome. Laura, please know that you're being prayed for. You and your family are being prayed for, and you and your family are being blessed. Thank you for being part of our family. Thank you for being my friend as well. God bless you and John. We love you very much. Anyway, let's go on here, guys. There's a lot more to cover here. Let's leave the islands now. Let's go further here. Okay? This time right here. Micronesia. Micronesia got hit with a 5.6 earthquake on Saturday. Micronesia got hit with a 5.6 earthquake here on Saturday. Today, just a few minutes ago, they had another 5.3 earthquake here. Off the coast of Micronesia here. 5.3 earthquake here. Again, Saturday they got hit with a 5.6. This is an aftershock, a 5.0 aftershock here in the ocean here. Now this 5.3 earthquake here is east-northeast, about 59 kilometers, but this still could have affected the people here. Even though it's out in the ocean here, it may have also still affected the people here in Micronesia. May have affected the people here in Micronesia here as well. Sorry, guys. That's what I'm talking about right there. Sorry I didn't have my video set up here to show you everything here. I'm sorry about that. Want to make sure we show you everything here. Okay? Let's go north here. Let's zoom out. This earthquake here is north of Guam. North of Guam. You see Guam Island here? Didito City, Guam. North there. Near Saipan. Near Saipan here in the Mariana Island region. This is a 4.8 earthquake here. 4.8 moderate earthquake here. There you see Saipan Island. This earthquake here, being a 4.8, it's a moderate earthquake. It's also 159 kilometers, about 100 miles east-southeast of Saipan. I don't think anybody on Saipan even felt this earthquake. Being a moderate earthquake, the waters of the Pacific Ocean absorbed the shockwaves from this quake. But look where it's at as well. Right smack dab on the deepest earthquake fault in the world, the Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench here. Let's go further north here. Up here, north of Japan here, we have a large 5.1 earthquake here in the Kuril Islands. The Kuril Islands between Hokkaido, Japan, and Kamchatka Peninsula of Russia are unoccupied islands. They have nobody living here. Tiny little islands. These are volcanic in nature. These islands are volcanic in nature. And in fact, right here, here you see Abaco volcano right here. Abaco volcano here, just south of the Kamchatka Peninsula, erupts occasionally. Occasionally. We might see a 7,000 foot, 8,000 foot, 12, 14,000 foot eruption from Abaco volcano. That happens. Happens a lot, in fact. Let's zoom out here. Out here, over here on the eastern, southeastern side of Kamchatka Peninsula. This is a 5.8 earthquake here. A very large 5.8 earthquake. 72 kilometers east of Petropavlovsk, Russia. Off the coast here. Now, guys, why is this far enough away not to do much harm. This Kamchatka Peninsula here, one of the largest cities here, is right here, Petropavlovsk. Guys, there are only a handful of people living here in Petropavlovsk. Maybe 2,000-3,000 people living here. Hardly anybody else lives here on Kamchatka Peninsula. If they do, it's very isolated communities here. Very, very isolated communities. Why? Because the volcano's here. There's a major volcano right here. Kleochevskoy volcano. Further north here, right up here, Shivelus volcano. Shivelus volcano. There's another volcanic complex right here. Literally all over Kamchatka Peninsula, it's littered with volcanoes. Shivelus volcano here had one of the biggest and largest volcanoes eruptions in history. In fact, Shivelus volcano has a caldera here. It also has a huge wall that's built up from lava influences here because the volcano is still erupting. The volcano is still erupting. What is preventing that lava from going down the east side of Shivelus volcano? That huge wall that's developed here at the center of the volcano. Huge wall here. The volcano is still erupting. Scientists are concerned that if this volcano still continues to erupt, at some point in time, the lava that's coming out of this volcano is going to weaken the connection of the wall to the volcano. And they will have a collapse of the outer wall of the volcano. And then we will have lava flowing down the east side of Shivelus volcano. Right now it's flowing down the northeast side and already lava is flowing down the west side. And if that big wall goes down, it's going to go down the east side as well. It's going down the northeast side, it's going down the southeast side, and down the east side of the volcano. Scientists are keeping a very close watch on this to see what happens. Okay? That's what's happening there. Now again, USGS doesn't show us everything. They rarely do. Up here in the Aleutian Islands, over here near Atka, Alaska here, this is a 2.2 minor earthquake here. 73 kilometers southeast of Adak, Alaska here. Southeast of Adak, Alaska here. Over here to the northwest. To the northwest here. Right here. This is a microquake. A 0.3 microquake. 150 kilometers west of Adak, Alaska. Now, guys, look what we also have here. Just to the north and east of those earthquakes. The earthquakes are out in the ocean here. Note that as well. Right here we have a volcano. Volcano here. Right here we have another volcano. This earthquake here is at the summit of the volcano here. 0.3 microquake here. This happens to be 2.5 miles deep inside the volcano. A 0.3 microquake, 2+ miles down inside the volcano. This earthquake here on the north side of this volcano, guys, is a 0.2 microquake. 0.2 microquake here. That's what happens when we have volcanoes. We've talked about that when we talked about earthquakes in the Pacific Northwest at Rainier, Mount Baker, Mount St. Helens, Mount Hood, and the other volcanoes. We talked about that. But in that region, we have large earthquakes, and USGS doesn't want to talk about it. USGS probably will never talk about it until it's too late. Again, right here. Okay? 2.2 minor earthquake here, 73 kilometers southeast of Aveyah, Alaska. We go further to the west, or further to the east here. We have an earthquake here. This is the island. This is on one of the islands here in the Alaska Peninsula here. This is 1.0 tremor here, 66 kilometers west-southwest of Kolsky, Alaska. Interesting. We go east here, also on the Aleutian Island Fault Zone. This is a 2.5 minor earthquake here. Go over here to Kodiak Island. 4.5 earthquake here. 4.5 earthquake just off the tip, southern tip of Kodiak Island. 4.5 moderate earthquake here. Guys, this is 52 miles deep. This 4.5 earthquake is 52 miles deep. Still a shell earthquake, but 52 miles deep. Okay? Going up here to the east, to the northeast here. Right here. Old Ililama volcano is right here. Old Ililama volcano is right here. Old Ililama volcano is an active volcano. Here is a minus 0.1 microquake. Supposed minus 0.1 microquake. This happens to be half mile deep. 2,500 feet deep. This is on the southern side of Old Ililama volcano here. Down inside the earth here. A half mile deep. This earthquake here, they say is a surface quake, 0.0 surface quake. They don't give it a magnitude. It was shaking, but they didn't give it a magnitude. 86 kilometers northwest of Karluk, Alaska. No, it's not. This is just south of Old Ililama volcano, not Karluk, Alaska. Again, USGS is misidentifying where these earthquakes are. This quake here, this surface quake, is over a half mile deep. It's not a surface quake at all. It's not a surface quake at all. It's USGS trying to get out of identifying the strength of these earthquakes. Let's go north here. We don't have a lot of earthquakes here in Alaska at all. Maybe 40 earthquakes total, including those down in the Aleutian Island chain. Over here, on the northeastern side of the Cook Inlet here, this body of water between the mainland part of Alaska and the peninsula of Alaska here. This is a 2.93 earthquake. 2.93 earthquake. Now we have only 15 people watch this program, supposedly. That's because YouTube has determined nobody's interested. They don't want to show people watching this program. Guys, if you are still here, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me also know in the comments of this program. Let me know whether you watch this program at all or watch it to the end. Also, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know you enjoyed our program as well. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this program as well. Okay? Over here, on the main part of Alaska here. This is a 2.8 earthquake here. Right here. Okay? 2.0 minor earthquake here. This earthquake is 24 kilometers deep, 12 miles deep, 28 kilometers southeast of Halibut, Alaska. Halibut, Alaska out here. We have another earthquake here. This earthquake is a little bit larger than the other. This is a 3.8 earthquake here. Okay? 32 kilometers east of Halibut, Alaska. Halibut Cove, Alaska. Interesting, but no cigar. Going up here. We have another earthquake over here in the Cook Inlet here. 2.7 minor earthquake here. Guys, right here. Mount Redoubt volcano. Mount Redoubt volcano. How do we know it's Mount Redoubt volcano? See this island right here? If we go almost directly east from that island, or directly west from that island, we see Mount Redoubt volcano right there. Okay? Just so you know. Just north of Mount Redoubt. 2.5 earthquake here. Like I said, out here in the Cook Inlet, 2.7 minor earthquake. But come across the inlet to the eastern side, this is a 2.0, 17 kilometers south of Point Possession, Alaska. Point Possession, Alaska, guys. Going up in Anchorage, Alaska here. There are no earthquakes anywhere near Anchorage, Alaska at all. No earthquakes here in Alaska at all. However, just because we don't see any earthquakes near Anchorage doesn't mean it's out of danger. That's not the case. But what is the case is this. This area of Alaska is locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. We've had hundreds of earthquakes come through the Aleutian Island chain here. Hundreds of earthquakes, including large 5.0s. Even 6.5 earthquakes have trudged through the Aleutian Island chain. The energy is locked up here in the Gulf of Alaska right here, and locked up here near Anchorage, Alaska. Okay? 6.5 years ago, we had a 7.0 earthquake here in Anchorage, Alaska. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again, guys. Going to happen again. Those of you that are watching our program or watch this program, let me know if you're from Anchorage at all or you have friends or family here in Anchorage, Alaska. I have cousins that live here in Anchorage. My mother's brother, Mel, and his wife, Olga, lived here in Anchorage. He had a private plane here. He flew supplies for restaurants around Alaska from Anchorage here all the time. Again, we're going to have another major earthquake here in Alaska. And I hope it's not soon. I hope it's a long time from now. But again, you need to know, Anchorage is not anywhere from susceptible. It's very susceptible. Seismic energy is locked and loaded here in Alaska, even around Anchorage, Alaska here. Okay? We're up here just south of Denali. 3.0 small earthquake here. Southeast of there, this is 1.8 tremor here. Over here, near Mount McKinley. Over here on the north side of Mount McKinley, 3.1 small earthquake here. 3.1 small earthquake here on the north side of McKinley. Over here on the northern side of Denali, Alaska here, 2.2 earthquake here. And right here to the north side, northwest side of Denali, we have a 2.0 earthquake here. Now guys, if you're paying attention to USGS map, USGS map is showing this 58 kilometers east of Denali. This happens to be west of Denali, not east. This area here is east of Denali. This area is west of Denali, Alaska here. Again, USGS does not want to show earthquakes where they're at. They never give the exact location where these earthquakes are at. Very rarely here in Alaska. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Let's go north here. Right here. This is south of the Arctic Circle. This is another 3.0 earthquake here south of the Arctic Circle here. Near Veneti, Alaska. Venetie, Alaska. Veneti, Alaska. 3.0 earthquake here. Okay? Now, guys, we don't often see 3-point earthquakes here in this part of northern Alaska at all. We usually see tremors. Occasionally, we'll see a 2.0 earthquake here. Let's go over here to the north here, inside the Arctic Circle here. This is a 3.6 here. Again, we don't often see small earthquakes here in the Arctic Circle. Okay? This earthquake just happened to be near Katavik, Alaska. 3.6 earthquake, 85 kilometers southwest of Katavik, Alaska. Katavik, Alaska is up here along the north shore of Alaska, where the oil and gas pumping operations are happening. Now, guys, what they're not showing us here, we had here a 2.7 earthquake here along the north shore of Alaska here last night, this morning. USGS has taken that earthquake down. They've taken that earthquake down. Now, it used to be the policy for USGS to show the earthquakes that happened within the last 24 hours. They haven't done that in a very long time. A very, very long time. That's why I want to show you this 3.6 over here in the Arctic Circle here, and this 3.0 small earthquake south of the Arctic Circle here. Now, before I end this broadcast, I want to go down here to Northern California. There's a reason. This earthquake right here, it's at what they call the triple junction. It's at the triple junction, guys. This earthquake fault that goes here, runs north here, right up here to the north, just off the coast of Vancouver Island, and Seattle, Tacoma, Washington. This is where we're going to see a major 9.0, 10.0 earthquake here, probably within the next 5 years. The Cascade earthquake. Just west of there is the Juan de Fuca fault. The Juandefuca fault. The Juan de Fuca fault. Right here in this area, the earthquake could occur between the Cascade earthquake fault and also the Juan de Fuca fault. The edges of the plate here. Why am I stressing this? Because, guys, when the Cascade earthquake hits, that energy is going to echo down the Juan de Fuca fault all the way down here to the Blanco fracture zone, where we've already seen earthquakes this year. 5.0, 5.3, 6.0 earthquakes here in the Blanco fracture zone. The last earthquake here was a 3.0 over here on the southeastern side of the Blanco fracture zone right here. 3.0 small quake. That energy can also echo down here into the Gorda plate here. This earthquake fault running south here into what they call the Gorda escarpment here. The Gorda escarpment right here. Gorda escarpment here goes into Northern California. Here's the triple junction where the fault goes to. Seismic energy can come down the Cascade earthquake, seismic network here, Cascade subduction zone, down here the Triple Junction, where it meets up with what? The San Andreas Fault here. The San Andreas Fault. Here at the Triple Junction, guys, we have a 3.2 small earthquake. 3.2 small earthquake. 49 kilometers, 25 miles west of Petrolia, California, here in the Pacific Ocean. In the Pacific Ocean. Now, during this past week, I spent a significant amount of time talking about earthquakes here in the Cascadia subduction zone region, also over here near in the San Andreas Fault region as well. Down here, we've had another earthquake here, Redwood Valley. North of Redwood Valley, we have a town called Covello. Covello has been having a lot of earthquakes as well. There's two faults here. Here where the Redwood Valley is here, and off to the east. The eastern one here have an earthquake fault here. Pillsbury, Lake Pillsbury, California. 1.7 tremor here. This fault zone here runs down here into the Hayward Fault, San Francisco Bay. The fault here, coming out of Redwood Valley, comes down here to the Geysers Fault area, the Geysers Fault region, Sonoma Valley, California. All of the earthquakes you see here are related to this volcano right here, the Clear Lake volcano. Okay, guys, we're starting to get some thunder here. We're going to have a thunder lightning storm here. I'm going to get off the air real quick like. But guys, here, this earthquake fault here and this earthquake here. Point Greenpoint, California. Point Greenpoint, California. Hayward Fault right here. 1.8 tremor here. Out here southeast of here. Concord, California. 1.1 tremor here. Guys, we can have earthquakes here all the time. Where Concord, California here, it's right between the Hayward and the Calaveras Fault. Further south here, also part of the part of this San Andreas Fault here. This is 1.3 Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay, California. 1.3 tremor here. Just west of San Andreas. Now, USGS is not showing any earthquakes here in San Francisco Bay, literally. There are earthquakes here. There are earthquakes here USGS is not even showing. There are earthquakes all over California. The USGS is not showing. Earthquakes all over here, they're not showing. Yes, they're showing one earthquake over here, east of Monterey Bay, Hollister, California. Happens all the time. 1.3 tremor here, right next to San Andreas. Two earthquakes down here in the Pinnacles. Minor tremors here on the San Andreas. Oil and gas pumping operations here. The San Andreas Fault is very active, guys, and it's locked and loaded. It's locked and loaded. The San Andreas Fault comes down here into Los Angeles, east of Los Angeles, guys. All over Los Angeles, we have earthquake faults here. Ancillary faults to the San Andreas. The San Andreas Fault is locked and loaded, guys. We're going to soon see a 7.5 to an 8.5 earthquake here in Southern California. It could happen any day now. It could literally happen any day now. I'm putting that out there because I'm being truthful. It could happen today, tomorrow, or next year, next week, or next month. The San Andreas Fault here is locked and loaded. It's locked and loaded over in San Francisco. It's locked and loaded down here as well in Southern California. We can expect it to happen. We can't expect it to happen. It's going to happen. East of Oceanside, San Diego, California, Lake Henshaw here, northeast of Escondido. These are tremors here. These are tremors related to the San Jacinto Fault. Both the San Jacinto and the San Andreas Fault is locked and loaded. See earthquakes here. We're going to see more and more earthquakes here. As we get closer to the San Andreas Fault unlocking, the San Jacinto Fault unlocking, there's a lot of earthquakes here. Be advised, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. I'm going to get off the air. Been on the air way too long here. We're having more and more thunderstorms here. I'm going to get off there before we get hit with lightning. God bless you guys. I'm not even going to play music to get out of here with, but I'm telling you right now, be safe out there. Be safe. The area's locked and loaded, guys. Locked and loaded. Be safe out there. Take care of each other. Watch this channel. Watch this channel. Again, guys, before we leave you, let us know whether you've been watching this channel all the way through, whether you watch the channel all the way through, how long you watch it. We want to know that. We need to know that, guys. I appreciate you being here. May God bless you. May God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you on the other side.